If Atma is our fundamental nature, the minute we think about it, we should go back immediately to that fundamental state. Why does it take so much self-inquiry? It seems mind is something that always works towards opposing or attempts to go back to the self. Is mind also created by Atma?
The dharma of Atma, of mind, is to go outwards. Our dharma, our swadharma, is to go inwards. So long as because we now seem to be mind, it seems to be our nature to be constantly going outwards, but that is not our real nature. The more we turn within, the more the inclination to go outwards will get weakened, and the inclination to go inwards will get strengthened. The inclination to go outwards is what is called vishaya vasanas, because vishayas means all objects or phenomena. So everything other than ourselves that we attend to, they are vishayas. So the inclination to attend to anything other than ourselves is what is called vishaya vasana. The inclination to attend to ourselves, to our own being, is what is called sat vasana. We could, if we had sufficient love, we could attend to ourselves and dissolve back into our source here and now, permanently dissolve. But because we still have such strong vishaya vasanas, we are not willing to let go. So when we are trying to attend to ourselves, we are attending to ourselves, but our self-attentiveness is still imperfect. Our attention isn't wholly on ourselves. We are still not letting go entirely of all other things. So we need to practice and practice and practice until this inclination goes outward. That is, the more we practice, the more the inclination to go outwards is weakened, and the love to go back within is strengthened. But finally, when that love to go within becomes stronger than the liking to go outwards, then we will have sufficient love to merge back into our source, and then that is, when ego is destroyed, all its vishaya vasanas are destroyed along with it. But until then, we need to persevere in the practice. That's why Bhagavan says in the beginning of the 11th paragraph, so long as vishaya vasanas exist in the mind, so long the investigation, who am I, is necessary. So that means so long as we have even the slightest inclination to attend to anything whatsoever other than our own being, so long this investigation, we need to persevere in this investigation. And we will, so long as until ego is destroyed, we will continue to have that inclination to attend to other things. Only when ego is destroyed will all the vishaya vasanas be destroyed along with it. Until then, by our practice, we are gradually weakening the vishaya vasanas and strengthening the sat vasana. But we will destroy the vishaya vasanas entirely only when we only when by constant practice we gain the love. We gain enough love to turn the full 180 degrees and therefore merge forever back into our source. So only when ego is destroyed will all the vasanas be destroyed with it. Until then, we are cutting away at the leaves and branches. Those leaves and branches will continue sprouting. But that's why we have to continue cutting until we finally get access to the root and cut the root. If you've got a very dense bush, the only way to get rid of that dense bush is to cut the root. But you can't cut the root because of all the leaves and branches. So you first have to cut back the leaves and branches to a considerable extent before you can get at the root. Likewise, we need to reduce the strength of the vishaya vasanas to a considerable extent before we can gain enough love to destroy ego, to let go of everything and merge back into our source.